Welcome to another edition of African Americans and African. The talk, without a shadow of a doubt, that the so-called African American didn't come to America locked in the trunk of a ship. And tonight we're doing this live special. And not that it's because it's New Year's or anything like that, because this isn't the New Year. We're in the dead of winter. In some places it's cold. Indigenous people celebrate New Year, the early spring. But as we do, we always follow somebody we celebrate. They celebrate in it. The New Year starts the first day of spring when everything is new, when everything is fresh. I mean, this is what I think about that. I'm not the one to make them feel all sorry for us. And no, we didn't know. I didn't know, boss. That ain't me. So I'm not in that kind of one of those people that think and like to be the victim on the page. I'm sitting up here looking at 70, act like they always want to play that victim. Always want to be strong out of trouble where we can't help nobody. And we got a bunch of motherfuckers that's with it. Oh, just leave it alone. He don't know no better. And all that does is coddle you to do the same dumb shit. That's the African American. So tonight we're going to have a couple of guests that can come by, share some things with you that your grandchildren should know. But we're going to get back on the television. Santa Claus and all that shit. Just to stop it. You gotta stop it. You ain't past that point. So please get into the chat. You can join us in the chat. You have any questions? You have any questions that you want to ask? Like I said, I know the video is a few hours away to the new holiday and stuff.
Yeah, Buck, I'm here.
Yo, man, okay.
I bet. Hey, can you yeah, I just jumped in. I'm listening to the secret. But I'm ready to rock with the presentation.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you.
I'm glad you see it, man, because I know what that felt like when you did that first look back in time. Yeah. And I know exactly. Hey, Lou.
That lady said she's an LPN, but how she wants to do it.
I'm in a spot now where everybody wants to come in and fucking talk. They ain't talking about shit. So that's. Yeah, man, I'm gonna go on mute for a minute until it gets quiet in here. You can go ahead and take over.
Somebody gave me a minute. Dude.
Oh, hey man, get the spray out of the man. I can like that. But you don't watch no motherfucker. This nigga I can't win there much. This is come with it. Now what you want to do?
These are your elders.
Go ahead on.
Hey, Buck. Hey, yo, if you can pull up the presentation, pull up the images, that'll be great, and I can go to keep it rocking, you know?
Okay, well, go ahead and introduce yourself and all that while I'm getting this done.
All right, cool.
Okay,
yeah, hey, much appreciation, y'all. Yo, this Tomahawk Tony right here. Yeah, please pardon the delay. You know what I'm saying? We had some technical issues a little bit, and Buck doing some good work where he's at. That's why I saw all the noise in the background. You know what I mean? Do what it do. But yeah, anyway, we here. I'm looking at the chat right now from another device. How's everybody doing though? You know what I mean? We about to close out 2018. We got people out here being good consumers, doing what it do. But hands down, we got to be focused out here. That's why this show is titled African American Africans Reality Check. Definitely got to check our realities. We encourage the genealogy situation. You know what I mean? It's very important. You know what I'm gonna do right now though is I'm gonna go ahead and read the description of tonight's presentation, right? So y'all know in 1963, Martin Luther King Jr. in his I Have a Dream speech said 100 years later, the Negro is still not free. He mentioned also how our people back in the 60s, that's 55 years ago, was languishing in the corners of American society and, the poverty, segregation, all these different situations that was going on then, discrimination. Well, 55 years later, as we conclude 2018, what he said then not only remains a fact and true, but with the addition of tremendous increase in regards to our American people suffering. All right. What were your people doing in 1863? This is why genealogy is important. We encourage our A4 peoples to know this truth of themselves, as this is what can reshape your reality. Within this presentation, we will present the African American Africans reality check. So yeah, El Bordy, I see you right there. You said got dummies out there in the rain celebrating that holiday, that holiday. Word. Yo, Tavo. Yep, I see you from Jackson, Mississippi. Much appreciation to our peoples in Mississippi. Hold on, I gotta line up one of the peoples real quick. Gotta get them prepared, much appreciation to our A4 peoples. Give me 1 minute while I go ahead and set this thing up.
Let me see if you can see the images on the screen share.
All right, cool. Yeah, and pretty much you could just run a slideshow with it. You know what I mean? So you ain't gotta navigate between all different joints, But yeah, that's basically what's going on. We dealing with a reality check situation. Our reality needs to be checked, needs to be corrected. You know what I mean? Too many of our people's out here suffering. You know what I mean? And on nights like this, we got all this consumerism. What does that consumerism do to us? Previously I done shown consumer data reports, and on a night like this, all kinds of money is about to be spent. You know what I'm saying? Where that money going is that pretty much we got to deal with the energy. Where is our American energy going to? Important. This is very important. Yeah, everybody doing good though. See, we got 33 watching right now. How y'all 33 out there doing? How your people's doing? Yeah. Yeah, much appreciation to you, Aborigine Gym Finder. Yup. Super fly ass chick. Word. Takir, and Bisa, Chelsea, Kim, how you doing? Samuel. Yup. Very good. All right. Basically, within this presentation, Buck is going to be showing a series of images. All right. Yeah, I'm happy to hear y'all doing good. Glad you're wonderful and all of that. But yeah, we got some images, some text that I'm going to be reading from while it's on the screen, because I need y'all to see something that's very, very clear. The images will be scrolling across the screen. Most likely, I don't know exactly how we're going to coordinate this right now. But we definitely going to show y'all some things, and we definitely appreciate your presence and your attention. River Eagle, how you doing? Yeah, some of y'all might have seen some of these texts throughout the A4 groups, A4 book club. We presented some great information in there. That last presentation, the Boule Bleach Out 2020, dealing with 2020 vision as we approach the year, quote unquote 2020. These are things in which we got to be aware of. Up in the A4 book club, up in the A4 group itself, it's a lot of great information in there. These weirdos be out here talking about source text, fact, truth, this, that, and the other, but they don't deal with this truth. They don't deal with these facts. Askia Sabur, I hope I'm saying your name correctly, but yeah, much appreciation to our peoples in Philly. You know what I mean? Our peoples over there throughout PA, Yeah, so we got the presentations coming up shortly. Yeah, I'm about to show y'all some things. You know what I mean? A4, we got that work for y'all. Yeah, I'm glad to see y'all doing good though. Y'all ready for 2019? Y'all got plans in place for yourselves? That's what it's about, man. Planning ahead. Making sure you're securing your investments. Your energy itself is an investment. What you give your attention to, that's an investment. We got to be real focused out here. A lot of things is going on politically, socially, economically, every sector of activity. A lot of things is going on. And our people right in the middle of it, not knowing exactly what's going on. You know what I mean? We got too many people, contributing to the confusion out here. We got these boule, I call them baby boule for real. You know what I mean? They baby boule. These dudes, man, they little plots and tactics. It's frivolous, man. It's worthless. It's worth nothing. They been had the opportunity. Every presentation that they do with their thousands of views, hundreds of thousands of views in a couple days, this, that, and the other. Yo, they don't touch this quality information. They still calling out American people who the mirror tells every day when we brushing our teeth, brushing our hair, getting prepared for our days, right? The mirror's telling us our skin is brown. When you get to your genealogy, you learn that your people's American. So how can these people be trying to tell us that we black? That's blatant. That's a blatant lie. Lorenzo, how you doing? Good to see you, Lorenzo. Yep. Much appreciation to our A4 peoples. Yo, Hawk Striker. What you said right there, we are the visible. We are the visible missing link to world order. Psh, exactly. And meanwhile, the world's trying to corrupt us. They trying to pervert us. I'm about to read y'all some serious text. Hey, but see, yeah, I agree with you. It's out of order, but peep game though. It's our duty to maintain order where we at, where each of us at. We got to maintain order. Order begins within yourself. Order begins within yourself. You know what I mean? We know exactly what's going on. We know right from wrong. I mean, we look at our youth. They know what's right from wrong. But the thing is, though, we got this follow the father who think they following the leader kind of situation going on via all the propaganda. That's why I say kill foreign media, kill propaganda, kill confusion, kill your TV. Yeah, that's right. The youth do what we do. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of people, a lot of people never had a childhood. So fast forward, they in their 50s and whatever else, you know what I'm saying? And they acting like they kids. And this is where that minority situation comes in. A minority is a person that's ignorant in law. One, someone that's not competent. Doesn't have a sound mind. Brandon Rogers, I see you. Yep. What's good, Brandon? How you doing? Yep. So next to that, right? A minority is also dependent. Now, question: who would you rather depend on? Your people or those humans? Because we the people, we're not humans. I done showed y'all previous presentations the definition of a human, the legal definition of a human. In Ballantyne's Law Dictionary, I believe, 1933 edition, right? It blatantly states, human refer to monster. Human refer to monster. Once you refer to monster, what do you see in this legal dictionary? A monster. Basically, a monster is a lesser animal. What's a lesser animal exactly? Well, I know our American people ain't no animals, man. The foreigners, the fame out character. That's right. Human is a monster, Lorenzo. Yep. So, if a monster is a lesser animal and our American people are the people, why these third parties trying to tell us that we're humans? You know what I'm saying? And this is why it's important for you to know who you are. And how you know who you are? Through your peoples. That's how you know.
Tomahawk, I'm really having problems putting up these images. And now I can read them, but they're not showing them on the screen. So do you want me to read them and you just commentate on them? Because I got them up on the screen, but they're not sharing for some reason.
Yo, if you can you try double clicking on the joint? Because if you pull up a Microsoft picture viewer, right?
I got the picture viewer.
We got Phoenix. You said you got a picture viewer up? Okay. What's good, Phoenix? How you doing?
Everything's healthy. How are you?
Good. Yeah, so hey Phoenix, I don't know if you just heard, but Buck just said he's having issues showing those pictures. Can you do a screen share by chance?
I'm pretty sure I can. Yeah, which set?
Huh?
Which set? I have several that you sent.
Oh, the longer, the one with the nearly 30 joints.
You got it. Okay, 1 second.
All right. Well, matter of fact, can we set it off with that video clip?
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah. Give me one moment.
Yeah, I'm thinking that'll be a banger right there. Much appreciation to Phoenix Moon.
Halita, y'all beautiful artists out there in the chat.
Taylor Sherman, how you doing? The ancient one, yep.
One second.
Hold on, yeah, I gotta let the peoples know we got the new joints. Hold up. I'll be right back. Still here, but I'll be right back with the joint. Hold up. Yeah, we about to give y'all some info. Them weirdos don't deal with. Yeah, we about to give y'all what them weirdos don't give you. You know what I mean? They promote that misinformation.
Okay, here's the clip.
Uh-oh. Let me be quiet. Now, y'all probably seen this before.
Is everybody able to see that? Do I need to bring it back?
You can blow it up a little bit.
Yeah. Also, yeah. Can you show it on the Yeah. Can you do a big on a screen share? Because it's not. Yeah.
Oh, I know why.
Got him.
Click on my icon on the. There we go. Okay. Click on my icon, and it should put me in the middle, and I think that's why.
Yeah, a Buck. Yeah, can you click on her on the icon?
Click on the icon on where?
Down on the lower right corner, where you see our names at.
Okay.
Icons.
Right there.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Buck, you gotta click on the icon. If you click on my icon, it'll put me in the center.
Yeah, I clicked on your icon.
There you go. There you go.
Okay. So where's that? Is there sound?
Yes, it's playing. There you go.
So where's that? Is there sound?
Yeah, hey, Buck, can you mute yourself while we run this?
Let me know in the chat if y'all can hear the sound. Press 1. This is a serious clip right here.
Yeah, there's no audio.
Let me know. No audio? Okay, let me try. I got it all the way up on my end. I got it all the way up on mine.
Okay. Well, let me just go ahead and run a description of it. Matter of fact, hey Phoenix. Okay, so Truth Searcher, the name of the movie is Goodbye Uncle Tom. All right, Phoenix.
Yes.
When you first saw this, because this movie's a throwback classic right here. It's crazy.
Oh,
but
yeah,
you know,
yeah, it is throwback.
Yeah, so what when you see this, like this clip, what does this mean to you? Like, I wish everybody could hear the audio, but what does this mean to you?
Well, for the most part, it gives us distinction. Now, this movie, I believe, this is probably from the first one, which was in the 70s, the early 70s, late 60s, early 70s, because the other two were more recent in the 80s. But for that particular time, in the middle of them starting to try to spread all this Black power and this Africa shit, this was a powerful piece to be written into this script in this particular way, especially this scene. And when they tell you the difference of the Indian not willing to be a slave, we can pretty much tell that's exactly, how it was. That's the attitude. That reflects on the attitude that we have now. We refuse.
Exactly. All right, so what this meant to me, right, is pretty much what I'm about to read to y'all in this text, which coincides with what Phoenix just said as well. All right. There's a difference between our American people and those foreigners, those Africans. We got some serious texts for y'all. Now, see some people in here asking about fear. Check this out. This is African Americans and Africans. This is A4. All right. Fear do they thing. Much appreciation to Ambassador Ray Don and all of that. But this right here is A4. You know what I mean? So I just want to maintain clarity on that subject matter. This is A4 over here. You know what I mean? And right now we presenting y'all with this reality check. So everybody, please, we appreciate your attention. You know what I mean? But we value our people's focus, man. We not out here playing games like so many other individuals out there is doing. We got a lot of people that's playing with our people, and we got to maintain a consistent and clear reality check. Hey, yo, you Truth 7501, you about to be up out of here. Happy New Year, snigger. Hold up. Yeah, dude, you out of here. Told you, man, attention and focus, man. Stop playing with us. Hold on, where my thing at, man? Hey, matter of fact, Copper Sun Dragon, get them out of here. Get them out of there. That Truth, you ain't no Truth, man. Where your records at, man? Where your records at? You talk about explain something, you explain you. You explain you. Cowboy season is over. We ain't got them kind of games over here, man. We ain't with it. Where we at? Get it back in. Whoa, what's going on? Okay. Everybody still hear me? I bet. So like, all right, we good. Yo, so so basically what I'm looking at is yo, I definitely want to get these images up for the sake of time. You know what I mean? I appreciate everybody's time and all of that, but I definitely want to get these images up. We could just run you know, like a slideshow, something like that. That would be great. Yeah, Lorenzo, we got that coming for you real soon.
Wait one moment. Let me try and get that slide up for you.
All right, thank you. Yeah, so that's what it is, right? You know, let me just go in and start reading these texts. You know what I mean? You're gonna see the text on the screen in a hot minute, but let me go ahead and get it in. There we go. All right. So now one of the images that you're going to see on here is from a book titled Journey to Pennsylvania in the year 1750. Okay. Much appreciated to our A4 book club peoples. You know, in this book, they give descriptions of the people over there in Pennsylvania. It says, this is description number 4. I forgot which page it was on, right? It says dark brown. These are the savages or Indians, the old inhabitants of the country. See what I'm saying? Y'all gonna see that in a little bit. Let's continue. Now, we got all these weirdo black boule, you know, these wannabe Masons. You know, you heard the presentation. What was that last week? Boule Bleach Out 2020, where it clearly said that you know, you got these Negro secret societies that are the Caucasian secret societies, right? Pretty interesting information. But check this out. This is what those black organizations do not tell our youth, and generally speaking, our people. And they've had plenty of time to tell us. And this is why African American Africans is here to tell you this. Check it out. The origins and annals of the black nations and of the American nations were two subjects quite obscure and neglected, or the least known of the history of mankind. Do you understand what that means? Yo, Phoenix, a buck. Would anybody like to, you know, before I continue reading this part, would anybody like to jump in regards to that section right there? I'll just quote it.
Go ahead, Phoenix.
Go ahead. I'm still trying to get that slide up for you.
Oh, you know, it's way past the time where we not knowing shit. It's way past that time. Well, I didn't know. Nobody told me. You don't even have that. You don't even have those. You're not even in that position to be a victim no more. You see, like everybody in this world see, everybody's coming over here to replace your ass. And you, the African American, you side with them. So I talk to older people all the time, and they want to play that victim shit and be mad because they spent their whole lives not doing a goddamn thing. They spent their whole lives wanting to be a part of this society. Now that they're at an age where they can't do shit, now they want to say some dumb shit like, oh, well, it's your turn now, when they have done nothing. Do not get caught in that position. Do not get caught in that victim ideology. I can't do nothing. I didn't know. You know where Heinz Field is. You know how many seats they seat at the Coliseum. You know it's the New Year, and that's our problem. Here your ass is celebrate New Year in the middle of fucking winter. I mean, what? Damn, y'all. This is the shit we do. Then, when life is almost over, you want to blame the kids. You blame the kids because they do something wrong and you teaching them this bullshit. New Year starts in the spring when everything springs up. I mean, damn. And we're getting past the point where why we got to keep explaining this? Because you want to go out and go, like he said, make everybody rich, buying their alcohol, but you don't make no alcohol. You have no microbreweries. What are brothers microbreweries around here? And then you get mad when we bring it up to you. So this is the shit. This is what got us messed up as it is. We're just on the sideline watching the whole world go revolve around us, and our children are looking at us like, well, what are we supposed to do? So right now, I'm gonna throw it back to Phoenix and let her go ahead and go with this presentation.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you're able to see the screen share.
Yep. Coming up looking good.
Okay.
Uh-oh, Johnny Aborigine. Oh, wow, that's the other one right there. But yep, shouts to Johnny Aborigine.
Kill Pan-African colonizers, kill white supremacy. Kill Negro Darwinist colonizers. Now, to some people, that sounds savage and you know, probably sounds inappropriate to the ones that ain't got it in them to be leaders. It'll only sound inappropriate to them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you see, much appreciation to Johnny Aborigine. He was gonna be on with us tonight. You know what I mean? He out handling his business. You know, much appreciation to him. Storm, we see you. We got something good for y'all coming real soon too. So we gonna keep you up to date in a hot minute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Hey, Phoenix, can you right there while you in that folder?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Too, matter of fact.
This is classic Johnny Aborigine right here.
Classic Johnny Aborigine. Oh man, where's it at? Ah. Yeah, you know, see, before, like a couple years back, some of y'all might not know, but you know, a couple years back, you know, we had a lot of these Pan-Africans, and you know, we call them Peter Pan-Africans in A4. Much appreciation to Derek Americas. You know, we call them Peter Pan-Africans, right? And so basically the Peter Pan and yeah, y'all using memes. It's like, what? Like, nigga, do you read? All right, so peep game. Just slide this up right now. Johnny, he did that research. Peep game. You had this Francis Galton. Y'all heard of Charles Darwin. You have this Paul Broca. And you have a Thomas Huxley. And Johnny presented this. These four Europeans are the first Pan-Africanists, the first Afrocentrics. They are responsible for creating the out of Africa and hominid ape theories, which were based on eugenics. Eugenics is one group of people controlling the evolutionary destiny of another group of people, or one group being made the least fit to survive by another group controlling all of the educational institutions of the world, which has that group controlling every land. Eugenics is how a global people became continental, aka African descent. The out of Africa, apes turning into humans, all life originating on one continent theories are nowhere to be found in ancient Mexico, amongst the Dogon, in quote unquote ancient Egypt, in the Moorish Europe, nor in any indigenous tribes in Africa or America or what they call India, Melanesia, and Australia. African centered comes from white supremacy. And yup, Walter Plecker was involved in that too.
Mm-hmm.
So what's good? What are all these what what's your favorite social media what's his name? Sosnetta? What's his name? I forgot his name. My bad. You know who I'm talking about though, right? Yo, did he just say fuck Africa? Y'all niggas don't know nothing about Africa? Well, he didn't just say it. He said that a couple years back though, right? But still, why are they promoting right the yes? Hey y'all, yo Phoenix.
Yes, sir.
I know you love that meme, right?
I love it. Absolutely do. This I think this might have been what led me to A4. It was definitely one of Johnny Aborigine's memes. Yeah, that was quite a few years ago. It's a beautiful thing. This is classic. I've seen plenty of people jack his shit and don't give him any credit too. Seen plenty of people.
Hey, yo, they doing it to you right now too, though, Mark.
Yeah, they do it to me too. They definitely
We all
do.
getting it.
Nobody, yeah, they definitely are. They've been jacking my shit for quite some time too. Um, yeah, but that's a whole nother story. But when I was a rapper, the same thing, I had a couple of songs stolen by some really now famous rappers. And like I said, talent is talent, man. And when you got it, you got it. Nobody can take that. Nobody can take that at all. You know what I'm saying? So they can crunch all they want. I'll make more. It comes from a righteous place, so it's not really that could be duplicated anyway.
No. Hey, Ma, yo, can you pull up the one that says the other Johnny Aborigine joint that says "Meet the Fathers of African History" has on the picture of Frank Boas and Melville Herskovitz.
Oh, absolutely. One moment.
Yeah, I'm about to read that one to y'all too. Hey, well, you see Daryl Thornhill, the Moors. Oh man, I saw the book. It's titled we got American Indian Council with us.
Oh yes.
Aboriginal Matt. See you.
Oh yeah. Here I am. My bad, y'all. Dealing with family stuff and then eating my little last bit of food. But yeah, I'm glad
you over there munching and listening, huh?
Yeah, dog. How y'all doing?
Yeah, see, we got.
Oh, everything's.
Oh, we good. Looks like we got room with us too.
Man, what's the topic about?
Reality check, man. Yo, we going through. Huh?
Did you tell Phoenix what I told you earlier about the peace treaty and the word seed?
Hey, man, yo, I'd rather it come straight from you. I've been busy all day, and I'm like, hey, man, yeah. I'd rather leave that to you. And how, your presentation of that, because like, yo, your energy was impeccable with it. I was like, oh man, you know what I mean?
All right.
Rock it how you want to rock it, man.
All right, you guys finished talking about what you guys are talking about while I pull up the information real quick.
That's appreciated.
All right, so hold on, let me pull up the stuff.
All right, hey Rick Moon, how you doing? That's you on the line. You on here with us, right? But all right. So yeah, hey Phineas, if you got that Meet the Falls of African History, let's keep it rocking real quick because Johnny put together some great memes, y'all. Much appreciation to Johnny Aborigine for his work over the years. So Meet the Falls of African History, the studies, African studies in today's universities and institutions. They were the teachers of B. Hurston and many others. Only does Black Americans out of Africa motherland concept come from a white eugenicist, Charles Darwin, but Black Americans' historical connection to the landmass presently known as Africa is based upon two Jews for the sole purpose of suppressing records of quote-unquote Black Americans' origins and indigenous history in America with academic institutions created by white supremacy. See? Okay. Indigenous by blood, Jay, I see you. I was breaking up. Well, I was going to read that again. I'm going to read that last paragraph. So, these two Jews right here are Frank Boas, 1858 through 1942, right? Then you have the Melville Herskovitz, 1895 through 1963. Johnny says this, and it makes the clearest sense. Not only does Black Americans, quote unquote Black Americans, out of Africa motherland concept come from a white eugenicist, Charles Darwin, but quote unquote Black historical connection mass is based upon these two Jews for the sole purpose of suppressing records of quote unquote Black Americans, origins, and indigenous history in America with academic institutions created by white supremacy. How do y'all feel about that? This is pure information right here. This is the shit them other niggas don't talk about. They do debates, but they never introduce this, huh?
Well, this
My
is
apologies, y'all.
this is how the African American remains dumb, because these are the people that teach. As you can see, W.E.B. Du Bois, he's put in all the universities. So when Negroes want to go ahead and go and I want to go to college, this is who you're learning from. This is where you're getting your information from. This is who is teaching you your history. That's why you walk around thinking that you are Africans, because these are the people who taught you were. And then when we come up and put up names like this and give you the story of these guys, you guys are ready to cuss us out. But what you're really doing when you do that is you're making these guys more prominent. So that's why today you see that you can't do anything because you don't have a clue about yourself. So when I ask brothers, well, who was your great grandmama? They don't know because they go to these guys right here to find out about your people. And you're left in the position that you are in today. You don't think about anything. You will fight. You will stand up and fight for these cats, for their scholarship, for what they say, and put your people on the back burner. So not only did they teach W.E.B. Du Bois, so when you're doing your research, this is just a little tip. If you're not going to take the information I'm about to pass down to you now, please give it to your children so they won't make the same dumbass mistakes we've been making. These are the teachers who taught your scholars, Dr. Ben. What's the other one? John Henry Clark. These are the guys who those dudes learned from. And so you see all these Pan-Africanists, the information they have, they got from these guys. These people write all about you. You don't know nothing about yourself, only if it comes through them. That's a problem. That's killing us out now. So you have a whole generation of people. You have the civil rights movement. This is who they were taught by. The people in the civil rights movement, this is what they went to college for. When you had everybody going to college, when you say you're going to college, what does that mean? You're going to whatever this white boy has to offer, that's what you gonna get. And you're proud of it. And you suggest that your children go learn the same thing. All the Negro HBCUs, they were built by people like this. But you think you're doing something. So it's just like I asked a brother tonight, and he was pissed at me just because he couldn't answer the question. Why don't your black athletes go to the black colleges if that's where they get all their money from? You're paying college coaches, white college coaches, $5-6 million a year to slap you around. And if you want to see some of how these coaches treat these young black bucks, just go on YouTube and pull out how these coaches, these Bobby Knights, treat these athletes. They slap these brothers around like kids. But you're never mad at those coaches. You call them daddy. So this is what we're saying. This is why we're in the position that we're in. We listen to everything they tell. We won't even listen to our grandmama tell us nothing. We'll say she crazy. And this is the kind of stuff we pick up and pass down to our children. So all the stuff that these brothers are saying and all these things that these brothers are putting out, they're giving you the truth, y'all. We can't keep drinking this. We can't keep drinking this lemonade. All right, back to you, Tony.
Yo, you're absolutely right. Much appreciation, Buck. Out of African Theory, rest in peace. That's right. Keep on burying this thing, man. Like, yo, these Pan-Africans, man, they bring in these like out of nowhere to the people.
But you know what? Like I was telling you, Tony, not to cut you off, fuck the Pan-Africans. Fuck all. Cause look, no matter what we say, they not finna answer our questions. We tell them, well, who do you descend from? They're not gonna answer that. Just like, for example, with SETI. All this nigga want to do is debate and make money. Our goal this year, between right now and 2020, is to start pushing politically. Because these Pan-Africans, all they finna do is just talk that feel good talk. Oh, black men and black women, we need to stick together. Oh, support black businesses. Those are key words. They just want you to support their business. They try to shame you just to support their business. So fuck them. Fuck the Pan Africans. What we got going on and what's about to happen is gonna be we gonna do shit that they can never do just because they're not dealing with their bloodline and their heritage. You know,
and they need to be held accountable because they know better. They know better. Yo, Sarnetta, we showed that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, Sarnetta, he said he ran his mouth talking to his Almond Rod squad peoples and this, that, and the other, disrespected his own people that be supporting him, right?
Look, check this out. They already gonna get dealt with. This is what we dealing with. For example, this is how we can help our people, because these niggas ain't finna do it. Like, if anybody have family records, right, and your people have allotments, this is dealing with ancestral. It says, let me see, ancestral estates are such as are transmitted by descent and not by purchase. So whoever's, if your people been allotted land, if your Indian people have been allotted land, can nobody buy your people land?
That's right.
That land is still you guys' land. Now
Perpetually.
Tell me this. You said what, Phoenix?
Perpetually, indefinitely.
Yeah.
And if in the event that something happens to it, all of the state constitutions provide the fact that you must be you must get just compensation.
Exactly. But see, I found something earlier too today. We have so much power. We're not just limited to the state or the federal constitution or the Bill of Rights.
That's
It's,
right.
we could set the laws if we wanted to whatever we want it to be. Let me pull that up. When I realized that earlier, I said, man, we got way more power than what we think of.
That's right.
And this is why they keep on promoting this fiction, man. They keep on selling us these false delusions and these hopes and schemes. They hope to keep on scheming on us. They need our people to stay stupid. They know the foreigners can't come in and tell us our history. So this is why they sending these quote unquote black agents. Well, they're self-determined black agents.
Right.
These people know better.
Even though their grandmas themselves told them that they Indian.
Hey, well, you know what? Tariq Nasheed, I watched one of his videos earlier because somebody sent me something. He was trying to tell people to get away from being tribal people. You know, and I guess the Africans that's coming over there, he's trying to tell them to do the same thing. So, like, if you know who you are, these people should be the enemy. If any nigga trying to get you to separate from your family bloodline, hello, nigga, that's the op.
Sorry.
Yeah. Hey, excuse me, but
hey, Mr. Moon.
Hey, how you doing, Phoenix?
I'm all right, beloved. Got the 2 Moon special, y'all.
Getting double the pleasure.
That's right.
Yeah, but my thing ain't with these Afrocentrics, you know, among them. You know, I kind of agree with what my man said, but see, the thing about it is these Afrocentrics, they have a lot of followings. They have a lot of people that follow them. And those are the ones because them guys are paid. I mean, they pay, so it don't make no difference what you say about them.
Mm-hmm.
They're gonna it's not gonna change them. So what you do is you pound on their ideologies, what they say. You know,
that's correct.
Yup, and I got this text right here.
Too, what these dudes are doing is also dangerous because it could cause tension off the internet. You know, these dudes sit up here saying, "Oh, them niggas, you know, they self-hate. They just want to be Indians bad because they don't know who they are." So then, when they saying stuff like that, and these people approach us, you know, on the streets, and they sit up here and say something disrespectful, that could get them fucked up. I know. I will literally beat the shit out of somebody if they attack me just because I don't choose to identify as black or
That's
African
right.
American.
That's right.
Yo, I
So
want to read this
racism is
text here.
dangerous.
I want to read this text here. The one that has the picture of the American man and woman on the left, and then it also has the American father, the mother, and I believe they have one of the youth with them, with the A4 African American Africans logos around them. Go ahead and pull that up real quick. And then this is continuing from what I was reading a moment ago also. All right. So the first section says, continuing, the origins and annals of the black nations and of the American nations, okay, were two subjects quite obscure and neglected, or the least known of the history of mankind. That means the foreigners didn't know much about our people, okay? Now, I believe this is Konstantin Rafinsky, who wrote this, I want to say in the 1800s. It might have been the 18th century, but I'm continuing though, right? Nobody has undertaken as yet the history of the Negro nations. Remember, this is coming from a foreigner's perspective here. But let's continue. Hold on. The history of the Negro nations. Nobody has undertaken as yet the history of the Negro nations. A labor so difficult and luckless as to be despised. That means our history is so heavy. They don't even want to deal with it for real. That's why they cause it confusion. Employment seeker. Exactly. That's why I say kill confusion. Let's continue here. My memoirs on this despised race. All the foreigners, they come in here and they treat us crazy, right? And we allowing them to, right? But why are we despised? Anyway, may perhaps furnish the basis of such history. All the histories of America are mere fragments or dreams. I have perceived the possibility and necessity to write a general and faithful history of this hemisphere. I now offer the results of this weary labor. I mean, yo, this is not a game, y'all. It starts off saying, this neglected. We can neglect ourselves. Allow these third-party, self-determined black Peter Pan African sniggers to have us run around neglecting ourselves. That's outrageous.
Yeah.
It's ethnicide and genocide. Their willfulness to be so to be grandma killers. That is their new aspiration. They kill their own grandmothers. I know they don't give a damn about mine.
Yeah. I mean, and one of the videos that I seen, one of Sarnetta Boy's man, what's his name? Oh, I forgot his name. He said my grandmother is Indian, but fuck all that. I'm African. I'm straight up African or something like. I'm like that. You know, that don't make sense. And then you wonder why treaties don't, aren't enforced. Is because dudes like this don't honor their heritage, don't honor their bloodline, and they stray away from it. And that's how treaties don't get honored.
Hey, you talking about that dude, the dude that just got the big long braid.
Oh no, not him. Not the dude with the death tail on the side of his head. I know who you talking about.
Oh no, that's their music artist.
Say that also though. That's why I thought you was talking about him.
Yeah, the dude named Sankofa. That's his name. The one I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
That dude that you talk about, the Shaka.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the one that made the Pharaoh song.
Yo, let me continue, right? Because I like something I just saw in the chat right here. I'm just gonna say super fly chick. All right, I don't know, but anyway, you said something very key here. We definitely have to support our American women. That is absolutely important, and this is why we appreciate Phoenix Moon, Copper Sun Dragon, and so many other great American women throughout A4 and throughout the Americas. Period. I'm gonna continue right here real quick. There were formerly in America as now tribes of all complexion as elsewhere, yellowish, olive, coppery, tawny, reddened, brown, incarnate, or white. All right. Now, when they're saying this, right, the incarnate or white, yo, out the color of wood, mahogany, for example, even copper, okay? Our people have a natural luster to their complexion, all right? I ain't gonna deal with color too much. Here we go. And then it even says here, and even blackened or Negro-like. So now, they're saying that the foreigners consistently throughout these old texts, they are trying to compare us to those Africans. They've enhanced and solidified their intentions on calling us these horrific names. I mean, to be called an African is to be called a slave, period. All right? Tall and dwarfish men from 8 to 4 feet in size called giants and pygmies, men with various frames, skulls, and features of all the sorts found in the Eastern Hemisphere, okay? The Americans had long before Columbus large cities built of stones, brick, or wood with walls, ditches, temples, palaces, some of which were of immense size and population. One of them, Otsalum, near Palenque, was 28 miles long, all right? Yeah, these Pan-Africans ain't gonna talk to us about none of this, right?
No, they sure
They want to associate. They want to credit. They want to credit the Africans. But meanwhile, look at the Africans today. Our people still in America building, maintaining, thriving, surviving. Our people ain't trying to go to no goddamn Africa. But meanwhile, yo, all of them trying to come over here. That's crazy. And we gotta maintain this kind of reality checked in our heads. We gotta check our reality.
And that's my apologies. Yep. They can never even say what an African is. And then in our treaties, in the Chickasaw Treaty of 1866, it distinguishes an African and a Negro. So I mean, yep. They can't tell you, okay, they can't tell you an African, they can't tell you which Africans came over here. Then they try to say, well, the Indians migrated over there. Well, okay, well, if the Indians migrated from Asia or India, where did these Indians from over here, where was they at in Asia and India? Tell me, nigga. Tell me. And then they can't even answer that. They trying to turn us all into immigrants. But see, it's on you to know this stuff, and it's on you to check their ass. When they say dumb shit like Indians come from India or Indians come from Asia. Ain't no Choctaws come from no Asia or no India. No,
definitely not.
We was already here.
Been here. Yeah, hey Phoenix, you want to jump in? But
no, it's just you. I'm listening. I'm enjoying the conversation, man. But it's definitely it, because we're at a point now where it's a really bad situation.
Yes.
You know, we have all these people. They're claiming there's something, and what they're claiming isn't claiming them. You don't see that. What's that little joke out now that Ghana wishes that all African Americans and Caribbean Americans return home? Ghana is broke. They need the money from you to help build up their home. You're not going to get any land there because they don't do how you do. Mm-hmm. See, the Negro here in America says it's for everybody. Anybody can have it. It's for everybody. They don't do that over there. When you come over here, they'll give you you're just a tenant. You cannot prove, and they cannot prove. They have not been to the United Nations clamoring for you. They haven't, none of those countries over there have been to the United Nations saying, hey, our people were stolen from here. You haven't seen that. So the question has to be, and these are what the youth are asked, if they hadn't done that, why are you doing what you're doing? Why are you claiming this has happened and they claiming they don't know nothing about that? And I'm sure everybody on the panel have heard Africans say, we haven't needed to hear about that slavery shit till we came over here. So why are the Negro men over here pumping that story and they're not pumping that story at home? One more thing. When you're told stories like that, ask questions. Do you think that this is a story I heard from Stokely Carmichael when I first heard this Pan-African stuff? Stokely Carmichael said 300 million Africans were taken from over there. If 300 million people were taken from over in Africa now, Africa wouldn't have nobody over there. If their young people, if their youth were taken from Africa at that time, how would they repopulate? These are the questions we have to think about. But one thing about the African American, one thing that he's taught is not to think. And that's why you have a lot of us, when we say simple stuff, where are the ships? If they brought all these people over here, where are the ships? The Negro who never thinks don't even think about asking that question. And then they want to get pissed off at you.
Hey, KD, you know what blows my mind is when they don't talk about the Negroes that was sent from here to Africa and came in contact with the people from Africa. But in reverse, they try to say when Africans was brought here, there was nobody here but Africans, and these so-called Africans on the boats and what, one or two slave masters,
right?
And it was nobody else here on the land.
Yeah, but those are people who never ever think. So there was no animals here. There were no panthers here. There were no deer here. There were no trees growing. So they're not saying that, they're just repeating what they heard. Most African Americans, all they do is repeat what they heard. They don't look at themselves as part of the life cycle. They just look at themselves as a part of the death cycle. That's why they call themselves black.
That's deep. That's deep.
Yo. Okay, yeah, Phoenix, go for my bad. I was about to get back to this text. Yeah, I'm listening.
Yeah, well, I agree absolutely, wholeheartedly with what Buck just said. One thing you'll notice is that they will never shake those family trees. It's like they will never attempt to. And they've been studying Africa and everything going on over there for so long that now that they are going to have to go back to the drawing board and deal with the simplest part of their entire lineage. Now that they're going to have to deal with grandma, see how long it takes them before. I want an apology. It's going to be one of them that has some sort of logic and able to reason. And when they look and see back in their own records and themselves cannot prove that they're African, I want to know if they're going to make a formal apology. I want to know how they are going to provide any more content with this ridiculous, the shit that they put out is ridiculous. It doesn't even help the Africans. That's what kind of pisses me off more so with the so-called African American. Nothing that these Pan-Africans are doing are actually benefiting the people that they say that they're related to.
Yeah.
So for all of the people, the times when I did the debate with Jabari, and he says he goes to Africa, I think once a year or twice a year or something like that. When he goes over there, is he going to see his grandmother? Is he going to see a great uncle? Like, what are you over there visiting? You're not having any type of festival or connection with your bloodline relatives. You're just over there, like furniture, just there. So I don't know how much longer they're going to be able to keep their little charade up. Like I said, like Johnny Aborigine said a couple weeks ago, and after 2019, a lot of them should just go away. A lot of them should just disappear into obscurity, because what is the need for them to be here screaming this Black Power Africa shit when everybody that's from Africa is on their way back to their spot? Not gonna make any sense. They're not gonna have any relevance.
Well, what kills me is, nigga, how do you sit up here and say you African, but then you over here and then you claim that your people, because this is what Jabari said. Also, he said his people was in the military and died here, died for this country. So if your people die for this country, shouldn't you have rights? Shouldn't you be trying to sit up here and make it public to your people, to your so-called African people who are here, that they have some type of rights if their family joined the military, fought in these militaries? But instead, they just want to do debates.
Whoa. See, now You know, I heard Jabari when he said that, and I've heard that statement before from foreigners. All right, you have foreigners that believe because their predecessors fought in a war and died and all of that in the war that was brought to America, right?
Mm-hmm.
Check this shit out here, man. It's called brigandry. Y'all can look it up. Brigandry. That's why they have the term brigadier general, right? A brigandry is when you have a slave soldier. So that means your peoples wasn't worth shit if he was brought here.
Yeah.
He wasn't fighting that war in his country for his land, like our American people been fighting these wars for our land, for our people, for our rights, and etc.
Well, they don't have the same rights.
That's the difference between us and, you know what I mean? Now I'm with you. I agree with you.
Yeah, they got privileges, but them privileges can be taken away.
Exactly. Revoked, rescinded, all of that. I want to, on the subject of these Africans, right? You know, continuing from that text, check this out. I wish I knew the source of the text right now, but you know, it's in A4 Book Club, it's in African American Africans Facebook group. Check this out. While but few have been stimulated to similar exertions in behalf of the Red American Indians, from whose native soil the wealth of a great portion of the civilized world has been derived, the African is submissive. His patient endurance of labor renders his servile and debased state important to us. He is therefore preserved. The North American Indian, on the contrary, prefers banishment and even death to slavery, but his lands are serviceable to us. Therefore, his extinction is desired. They want us to be extinct because we do not submit. Our American people are not known for submission like the Africans are. We still here fighting, going against all these controlled opposition, Peter Pan African sniggers that's trying to tell our people to be something artificial and fictitious.
Going back to what you were saying about it being extinct.
And will never surrender. Never surrender.
Yup.
That goes back to the treaty. When I was telling you about the treaty, how the meaning of treaty, you know, it's an agreement, it's a compact, and it does not exist if the bloodline dies out. So as long as you're still alive and your blood is still kicking and you having children and you having descendants or whatever, you know, the treaty still exists. But when you forget who you are and you just die out and you don't remember, or your descendants don't remember, then that's when the treaty no longer exists. So that's deep what you said.
No doubt, yo. I got a little bit more here too. Yo, much appreciation to the people in the chat. I see Bonton South D-Town. Yup, that's what's up, man. Yo, much appreciation to our A4 people. Give them that A4 work. That's right. Now, this is continuing, right? So they're saying the African submits to the yoke, and the Caucasian is saying we oppress and pity him. The other, meaning our American people, the other disdains to become the servant of man, and his whole race is devoted to gradual extermination. For such must be the inevitable consequence of all those measures which have taken and still are in operation against him, though their infliction is marked by different shades of guilt. That means that we have had our own people working against us since at least the 1800s. All right, continuing. They're projecting a lot of things which the foreigners do. They are putting projections. I'll give you an example. Buck just said a minute ago how Stokely Carmichael was like, yeah, they brought 300 million Africans here and blah 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 blah. Well, check this out. If you look at those transportation airline records, yo, since these planes have been flying, especially I want to say within the past, let's say 20 years alone, how many millions of foreigners is coming into the Americas yearly?
Shit, what, 100,000s? Shit. Millions?
Now, Exactly. Yo, see, we need our people. This is what I mean by reality check. We need our people that's monitoring these kind of statistical datas. They're available. It's not enough time in the day for just one of our A4 peoples to be engaged in this quality of research. You see what I'm saying? But let me continue this real quick. Yo, it says, they're basically projecting that our American people be so far removed from the reach or eye of any but those engaged in a work of destruction that no trace will be left to posterity, to our youth. There will not be a trace of the wrongs which have been perpetuated upon the aborigines of the great American continent, yo. Do you see how serious this is?
But that goes back to what I was telling you earlier. Our people job here is to be the law enforcers and the overseers over the land. You regulate commerce with Congress. You regulate business with Congress. But they won't. This is why they manipulated us into believing that we're somebody else. It's so they could take us away from the land. When you have your own land and you're not taxed, you could either choose to work or you don't have to work for somebody else. But your job is to be the overseer and the ruler of your land. So that means you got to make sure that these people ain't doing bullshit. Like, for example, with Congress, I think you sent me something about Congress somebody from Congress is trying to change the blood quantum so that people with less blood can protect their land or something like that.
Something like that.
Something similar to that. Now, if we was overseers over our land,
get this African weirdo out of here. Hey, yo, he don't need to. Don't you got work to do in Africa, man? Like, yo, get to Africa and handle your business, man. Stop playing with us. Yo, my bad, Matt.
What happened?
Now we got an African up in the chat.
It's two of them. It's a chody. I was gonna leave him there so he can get his ass whooped. Because sometimes people know where to go to get their ass whooped. You know?
Yeah. I bet. Well, yo, all right. Since the African want to listen, check this out real quick. All right. This is from the same text I would just read it from. Check this out. Indian allies were entitled to a premium for every scalp of an enemy. You see, we got our own American people that we got to deal with that sided with different groups of these foreigners. You see, in the war preceding 1703, the government of Massachusetts gave 12 pounds for every Indian scalp. In that year, the premium was raised to 40 pounds. But in 1722, it was augmented to 100 pounds, a sum sufficient to purchase a considerable extent of American land.
Which they can still never purchase. Then or now. They can't purchase it. Remember I was telling you earlier, you guys got to understand this. If you have your family land allotments, the land address, which is not like the address today, is in your people's it's in your bloodline or it's in your records. So your family owns the original address to these addresses. Like the address that you see today where your mail comes to, 123 South Beach Street, something like that. That's commercial. That's not even a real address. I wish I could show y'all.
Yo, I'm tired of seeing this African too, yo.
You said what happened?
Yo, I'm tired of seeing this African in here. Yo, let me keep it moving real quick, man, because we got some material we got to get through. Most definitely, American Indian Council, Aboriginal Mac. What you shared is very important. But see, this is why I don't like disclosing certain information via here, because these Africans don't need to know what we know. They like play games with us. This is a game to them. So let's get into this warfare that was amongst our people, because this is what they about to walk into. They keep on playing with us.
But Tony,
they about to be a part of the house cleaning that's coming.
Yeah, I mean, why clean house when if we all get on one page, we could just raise the taxes, make it hard for them.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. That's a part of house cleaning, man. But see, check it out. Let me continue. An act was passed on the 25th of February, 1745, by the American colonial legislator entitled "An Act for Giving a Reward for Such Scalps." Not content with execrable pollution of their minds by the agency of lucre, we have sown party division among the Indians. All right, which in all its discordant shapes rages with uncontrolled sway. This is why we got to get a grip on our people. This is why this reality check is so important. 2019, we got some serious work to do. Serious house cleaning. Yup, Indigenous by blood. You know what's up. Chelsea Dawson, yeah. Let's continue. Their nations are split up into fragments. The son is arrayed against the father, brother against brother, families against families, tribes against tribes, and canton against canton. They are divided into factions, religious, political, and personal, Christian and pagan, American and British. The followers of Corn Planter and Sagwaha, of Scanadoy and Captain Peter. The minister of destruction is hovering over them, and before the passing away of the present generation, not a single Iroquois will be seen in the state of New York. Yet with all this guilt at our doors, we call the poor Indians savages, barbarians. Yes, they have indeed become so since they were debauched and contaminated by the liquor and example of European man. Our vices, says Heckwelder, have destroyed them more than our swords. I do not hesitate to say that. In my opinion, their ignorance of the letter. Their ignorance of the letter.
Mm-hmm.
Due to our people not knowing law, not knowing how to read and write during these times.
Yep.
All right? Due to our ignorance of the letter, knowing how to read, write, competent and sound mind, right? We could have prevented so much. And this is why it's on us within this reality check that keep this shit checking. We got to check. We got a lot to check out, man. We got to get our, we got to get our letter game up. Like what Aboriginal Max saying right here, what Phoenix been saying, what Buck been saying, what A4 Collective, what we've been saying. This is what it's about. My bad, y'all. I get excited.
Yeah. I mean,
What year did you say? What year did you say when you were saying that? It's because it sounds like you're talking about today. This is what you have all these foreign ideologies. You have groups against groups, brother against brother, niggas drinking alcohol that they don't make, niggas smoking cigarettes that the tobacco industry is yours.
Yeah.
Yeah, you rather argue with each other instead of saying, "Yo, brother, let's get our tobacco industry back."
Mm-hmm.
Yo, sisters, let's get our cotton industry back. We're fussing and fighting with each other, and I would leave the people who keep on this Africa, on this Hebrew Israelite. I would leave them alone because all they're doing, they're just coming in to try to shoot you down. They're sent. These monkeys don't think for themselves. They don't even know how to. They don't. They're just making sure that everything is kept. Don't leave them alone. But what year did you say that was going on in?
This
was the 1700s?
No. This book is referencing the 1700s and all of that, but it was published I believe in like 1824, if I recall correctly.
Okay, so the 1700s, and we're in the 2000s now, and this is where I stand. And I'm not one of those. Oh, let's just feel sorry for the poor niglet. That ain't me. It's been what's that damn near 300 years, and you still tricked? Come on, man.
You know what, Katie? That's going back to what you were saying about, drinking their moonshine. Our people was doing business for themselves and had their own businesses, but see, they wanted to stop our people from having our own businesses so that the foreigners wouldn't have to buy from them. The foreigners can buy from, I guess, the United States. If you say the United States wanted to take full control. But there's no law, just like back then, just like now, there is no law for you to grow your own tobacco. There is no law saying that you can't grow your own tobacco. So they've been playing on our people's ignorance, locking them up, locking them up for possession of small ounces of marijuana, locking them up for possession of weapons. They don't have these are not laws that they're locking us up over, and they don't want you doing for self.
Yeah, but you know what? A lot of that stuff though, we volunteer into.
But I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
Now I was saying, yeah, you there?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
right here.
Oh. Now I was saying, but we volunteer into a lot of that stuff too, and that's another reason why uh we in this quagmire that we in, man, because we don't know the
Rick,
so-called law. I mean, we shouldn't even be showing up in their courtrooms or none of that stuff.
Right. That's facts. But see that our
so
elders didn't know back then. A lot of them didn't know that it says in the Constitution that the Indians have the same power as Congress. So since the has been so-called dead to the rest of the world, as if we don't exist, Congress been up in there making these weird ass laws, you know, like for example with the transgenders, you know, having transgenders bathrooms, or just all different type of stuff, because we are absent. We are absent. But we have the power to sit up here and say, well, if Indians regulate commerce with Congress, well, these people with visas need to take their ass back home, and we could get them up out of here legally and lawfully. They're not supposed to be here. A lot of our people that's in jail or that's fighting, that's going through court shit right now, if they knew the law, they wouldn't have to deal with this type of stuff. They just plan on our people's ignorance. And it started with, with our grandparents. I know with my grandparents, they had, they fooled my grandparents, because I'm still teaching my grandfather and grandmother what's going on or what happened during their time. That's why they were sending them to school, to miseducate them.
let me say this real quick because I just found this thing on YouTube. There's a documentary on Sandra Bland. I guess HBO just put out a documentary on Sandra Bland, and it's on YouTube now for free. I would suggest everybody watch it. And the people who pulled this sister over, these are the people who are dictating your lives. Trump. Your people was here before Trump was. And Trump is dictating your life. And what you have with all these Pan-Africans and all these foreign ideologies that these Negroes push, they are putting you on purpose. Don't try to be like, well, they don't know. Yeah, they know. They're on purpose putting you behind Trump. This is what Tomahawk Tony and Phoenix and I and Rick Moon and the reality and all the other brothers talk about, is that this is what these cats are doing. They're putting you behind all these motherfuckers. These motherfuckers at the border that's coming over at the border now. These Africans that come over and try to climb up the Statue of Liberty because they want their rights. These brothers are putting you behind them. Mm-hmm. And then you have brothers like this idiot that's coming on this tag here talking about Uhuru. He's backing it up. So when you see these type people, when we're saying what we're saying, and you see all these people coming up trying to shout down what we say, just remember that's what these cats are doing. This is what Sarnetter's doing. He's telling you come from somebody behind somebody else when your people are the ones who wrote the laws. Yeah. These people didn't have no constitution. They came from monarchs. They came out of jail. You gave them a constitution. So with all these SETI and all these dudes, all they're doing is telling you when they open their mouth to talk and y'all fall in love with them. I see what y'all be saying. I see the money y'all be sending them. Y'all hook these brothers up and they under the bus. So don't if there's something that Tony's not saying, if there's something Rick's saying that you don't understand, ask. And it's simple. You are your ancestors.
Yep.
Same shit until this shit gets fixed. You keep trying to play like you don't know nothing, and that's what people are gonna keep treating you like. You don't know nothing. You nothing. That's why they call you black.
Hey, yo, check this out. I want to get back to these pictures, man. We got some strong pictures in here. I just found this map. I think it's an 1858 map, right? Made by some Italian people, right? Beautiful map. This smashes a lot of confusion. It clearly depicts our American people. Clearly, the foreigners all know who we are. They make sure they know who we are before they even get here. That's why they imitate us in their countries. You see what I'm saying?
Everybody imitate us. Now you got them niggas in Africa rapping now. You got Asians rapping. Shit, man, look, Asians is breakdancing. Remember, our people used to breakdance. You know, man, look, everybody, we feed the world. The world emulates us. They copy us, but we don't get it. What do we copy that's from Africa?
Man, what do we copy that come from Asia, man? I ain't never seen none of our people putting on those Asian costumes, trying to dance like the Asians do traditionally, right?
Look, man, look, back in
I ain't never seen that.
Hey, Tone, look, back in the days when I was in elementary school and junior high school, it was no Hispanics or white boys having faded haircuts with parts in their head. Now you see them niggas, they got comb overs, parts in their head with a fade. Back in the days in junior high school, they just had comb overs and slickbacks. Come on, man. I know
yeah, man, it's crazy.
You niggas, come on. I know you niggas remember that going to junior high school and you see the Mexicans and the Asians with slickbacks. They didn't have no motherfucking fades.
Nah, yo, I know you remember. Yo, I know you remember when I think it was like in the 90s or early 2000s, right? Now, back in the day, you had that weird that weird fake Jamaican dude. They called him Snow, right? The informer dude, right? And so these dudes, man, you remember the fake, you remember how they just come out with the dusty fake blonde dreadlocks?
Oh yes, like how they look in Harlem now. Mm-hmm.
Oh, terrible.
And now
it's
look,
outrageous.
You got Africans coming over here. You know, them niggas trying to get fades. It don't even look right. Because their hair texture, it don't look right. You got them trying to get dippers, trying to get the waves. They doing all they can.
You can't have the fades on the pull up and park. If your shit look like a parking lot full of black fucking cars, then you can't. It's gonna be hard to get that wave. It's gonna be hard to get them waves, them 360s.
That's that police. Them cars don't care where they park at. Hey,
yeah, you know, and all of this ties into intellectual property, y'all. Reality check. This is our American intellectual property. You understand? The style of braids that we do. They done shipped that off to Africa now. You got man, there's a documentary. I forgot the name of it. It's dealing with those people over there in Liberia, right? Now, them people is walking around, the mayor literally shows the people how to beach. All right. Now, here it is. You got these African females, man, young as fuck, prostitute and all kinds of wild shit. This shit is horrible. It's a horror story. It was a Vice documentary they did. Now, let me tell you, they let Cajun dudes that was shook to death didn't even really want to be there for the documentary, but you know, I'm sure they, you know, there's what they call you get a conflict zone bonus when you go to these kind of regions of the world, right? Really walking around the streets with these people that are from there, and these streets are flooded with human waste, right? So here it is. You got these young females that want to do hair, but they're high as fuck. Crystal meth is being imported and dumped over there. Heroin's being imported and dumped over there. And guess what? They government don't give a fuck, and nor the people do. But meanwhile, these are the kind of people that want to come here.
What place is this you talking about?
Sierra Leone. Not Sierra Leone. No. Liberia. This is Liberia. Monrovia in particular. But see, the thing, my point is this, right? If our American people was aware of our American intellectual property, not one mouth will be unfed because the whole world owes us. Corn is our crop, and they ship corn off everywhere. That's our intellectual property, how to harvest and take care of corn. Cotton. Everybody dealing with cotton. They took our seeds, they GMOing our seeds, our American crop. They're creating patents on seeds in which they genetically modified. That's outrageous. And this is why our American people need this reality check. What's the status of our people that's ready to go get our intellectual property? To show our youth what needs to be done. Because these soft status niggas, these SETI, these fucking Stain Stalloway niggas, these Hemocks niggas, none of these motherfuckers is ready to get this kind of work in. They more concerned with scamming the people and keeping our people stupid.
Yeah.
That's what they more concerned with. They more concerned with paying they Masonic, what the fuck you call that shit? They Masonic dues. They brotherhood and sorority dues. They fraternal and what's the, you got the fraternities and you got the sororities. They more concerned with paying they fucking dues to that bullshit foreign pyramid caste system. That's what's on their minds. And it's obvious. We got a clear goddamn picture of your boy Sarnetta, right? Check this shit out. And I'm sure some of y'all might have seen this picture. Yo, this dude got his hand over his chest, right hand over his heart, with his left hand raised, and he's surrounded by them dudes that be wearing those funny looking red hats. You know those red hats that joints look like KFC buckets? Now, why you got your body language like that, huh? Surrounded by these dudes with these KFC buckets on top of their heads. Come on, man. Hey, yo, the rule, whatever the fuck your name is, you about to be up out of here. You about to be up out of here like right now. I don't know why the wrenches is letting y'all weirdo motherfuckers stay in here. Coward season is over.
Let them
about
stay.
to get this shit.
Look, no need to.
No,
Look,
fuck
no
the
need
niggas.
to.
No.
You know why? Listen. You know why?
This is
They don't
reality
know
check.
who
I'm
they
checking their
are.
reality right now.
They don't know who they are. So
I don't give a fuck. They can get up out of here. They can get up out of here. They don't need to be here.
They
Reality
want to
check.
take the energy, and they can't take the energy.
What's his name?
Man, y'all ain't paying attention.
There's a few of them in there. They keep, they switching up and shit, but they gonna get their head bust. That's what this about. That's why I'm quiet. I'm over here.
They out of here. They out of here. Yo, name them. I'm on to turn the chat right now. Yo, I'm on to turn the chat right now. Name them, and I'm getting rid of them. I don't like reading dumb shit. Reality check.
If they're African, then they don't have any business anyway. This is not for them.
Yep.
Right.
Exactly.
And
It's
nobody's listening to them.
They made it their business to come all the way over here so we can tell them that they don't belong here. That's like the dumbest shit in the world. Why aren't they over there on their own channels and their own platform talking about the shit that's going on in Congo? Isn't that where they
Because
DNA
they're
pointed them niggas over
scared.
there in Congo? These niggas want to be so worried about our affairs, but they can't tell us why Zaire disappeared off the goddamn map. I'm sick of them. I'm sick of them.
Well, that's the girl. And that's why I always bring up that girl who came over here and tried to climb up the Statue of Liberty. Why didn't you do that shit when you was at home in the Congo?
Because they would have turned their ass into goat meat and ate her ass, literally.
Right, seriously.
That's why.
So when these people come up and try to talk, and that's all you got to do is shit. Why are you fleeing your home? Why are you Africans fleeing your home? We Chinese influx. You see the problem. We're Chinese could slap the shit out of one of these Negroes and they'll still go in and buy from them.
Yeah.
That's where we are. I know it got to be 10 times worse over in Africa. Why, if that's going on in Africa, you're here? See, this is what you ask these cats. Don't get mad at them. Ask them questions and make them make an ass of themselves.
Yeah.
Right, I agree. You ask them the same critical questions. None of them can answer it. None of them can answer it. And they're using this outdated ass information. They are still in the Stone Age or in the Herskovitz Boaz age when they still saying little dumb shit that don't even matter. Why do they care where Oprah's from? Why are they worried about the black eyed peas that we'll be cooking tomorrow when there's whole live slavery going on in Libya? There is whole live slavery, people being auctioned off on a goddamn slave block right now in Libya, and none of them seem to think that shit is important. What is important to them, what excites them is being a thorn in the ass of the American Aborigine. I think that seems to be more important than them finding themselves, finding their own type of way to maneuver successfully within their own republics. Oh, I forgot. We introduced the first republic over there. Okay, so scratch that. Well, they still got some work and shit that they can be over there doing.
Well, shit, not really, because they don't even talk about white supremacy no more. You see, they don't talk about that because they so focused on us.
Right.
What about white supremacy? What about this white supremacy you niggas say is stopping y'all from doing things? Because you don't hear us saying it. Nigga, we got our family records. We know who we are, and we pushing forward. What are you niggas doing besides debating? What are you niggas doing?
Right. Right.
Well, check this out. In a couple of days, I'm going to have a brother on from England. He's going to tell us how the people in the Caribbean, and he's going to blow your mind with some stories that we've never even heard about. And it's the same stories that you've heard there. The people during World War I, the brothers in Jamaica went up. They were the fighter pilots in World War I for England. These are stories we don't hear about. But this is something that, and I just brought this up to bring this up. This is what the brother said. He said, you think you have Africans over there. They big time in England. And he said, sometimes you can't tell them between the English people unless they have shapeshifted themselves into being them. So when people come over to this country, when people come over, all you got to do is check their ass. That's all you got to do. Instead of being all enamored and flush-faced and, ooh, you my long-lost granddaddy. No, just check their ass and always ask them, why are you fleeing your home? And don't wait for the answer. Look at the look on their face when you ask them that question. Why are you fleeing your home? Mm-hmm. And you will get it right then.
That's why we need to hurry up and wake up. That way, fuck all them going to school here. Nah, you take your funky ass back to where you at. Go to school where you came from. No, you can't go to school here. No, you can't get no break here. No, you can't work. You can't work here. You work. Go build your country up. Go help your people. Don't come over here and look down on my people like you better, nigga. You fleed your homeland.
Man, how about this,
man?
Not
only did they flee their homeland, but they have abandoned their ancestors. They have abandoned their ancestors and wish for us to do the same. And they did that just to give sloppy toppy to the European. Because with Negro in their right mind, no one else on the planet is sanctioning that. No Chinese, no Asians are sanctioning their grandmothers just to fit in and be able to have favor amongst the Europeans. They're not doing it. They're not doing it. They have found a way to insert themselves very discreetly, right? And with as little much as agitation towards us as possible. These Pan-Africans like to shake the stick at us as if they got an and one on us. I think that shit is crazy. And this is why, once we, finish establishing this political entity, this is why we're going to make these motherfuckers pay taxes, a specific tax. Because if Africa's so great, the motherfuckers could stay right over there and they need to get into their gemology, whatever it is that they've been lying and hooting and hollering about that everybody's been stealing. They can train their people to guard it. Because even when they come here, they're getting that American education, and they're still not going over there doing anything for their people. They got that one story of Akon and how he lit up however many millions of households, but they ain't never been on any other Africans after that. Winnie Mandela passed away this year. They didn't do no tribute to her. They didn't do anything regarding any of the important things that should be important to the continental African. They are not speaking on any of it. They talk for the last year has strictly been about the American Aborigine.
Well, shit, Akon, didn't he get rich here? He didn't get rich in Africa?
He sure did. And that nigga ain't never got locked up, would let him out over here. They would have sent his ass back to Senegal. Yeah. So niggas should have knew from that song that was just an assimilation, swagger jacking shit. Swagger jacking. Mm-hmm. Get Styles P on the mix, and here it is. He makes money and he goes back and lights his home up. I respect that. That's what he was supposed to do. He came here to do the business and went back home and did something. What about the rest of these niggas? At least he got a relative, a grandmother, a great grandmother, uncle, somebody over there in Senegal where he's from. How come what's the little nigga, the nigga with the dirty mouth from okay, what's his name? Little John. How come he builds this school down there in Ghana, but he ain't got one cousin that's gonna attend that school? He ain't got no family over there.
They lost. Oprah too.
These niggas is out their mind. Oprah with that school over there, they never even picked that shit apart. That was plenty of conversation piece, word around the coffee table for them to have, considering all of those children got molested. All of those children in Oprah got molested. Wasn't even open a whole year. Those African teachers, those African women that they had at that school was raping the girls. So now you got females molesting young females. How about that? So now,
you know, supporting transgender LGBT bullshit.
In this coming year, what I'm going to do for the ones that get left behind, because really after this right to abode shit, a lot of them really should be gone. We shouldn't hear nothing from them too much no more. They should be reporting live from the bush, live from the Serengeti. They should be over there chasing down gazelles and shit. They should not be worried about what's going on, and African Americans ain't African. They shouldn't be worried about these American affairs. But now, going forward, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get knee deep up in their business to show them how full of shit they are. And they need to sit they wannabe African asses over here in America where the fuck their great-grandparents is buried. How dare them disrespectful bastards. I hope their ancestors haunt them and fuck up everything they got going until they acknowledge their American granny.
That's real.
Hey, as a matter of fact, tomorrow night, all the people in the chat, be around tomorrow night for the Boule Bleach Out, which is gonna be on the exact same Afrocentrics that we talking about right now. So people be ready, because we're gonna be throwing some information at you.
Yo, I'm looking forward to this. Cowboy season is over. Just a reality check. Y'all. How y'all doing in the chat? Much appreciation to all of y'all. All our A4 peoples. You know? Much appreciation to Buck for his Rick Moon, Phoenix Moon, Aboriginal Mac, a.k.a. American Indian Council. You know, Copper Sun Dragon holding down the court right now. Yeah, all our American people.
All of this.
That's right. We here, brother. We here, and we strong as hell. Can't nobody tell us nothing.
That's right. Yeah, we gonna keep feeding y'all. Yeah. So, all right, yo, we got the A4 Facebook group, African Americans and Africans Facebook group. You could go on there, right? We got A4 state by state group. So it's an A4 California, New York, Jersey, Pennsylvania, Texas, the Carolinas, etc. You know what I mean? Next to that is this. This what it is, man. We got this new platform. You know, it's gonna be released in a couple hours, gonna be made available. So for everybody that's up in the A4 state by state groups, y'all about to get that, y'all about to catch that word real soon, you know? So definitely join us on Facebook, and from there you'll be directed to a quality environment. American Indian operated, you know what I'm saying? Straight up and down. Yeah, we got people in Georgia. That's right, Kenneth Brown, I see you. Yep. Yeah, there's an A4 Georgia too. I just had to clean house a little bit. You know what I mean? But yeah, A4 Georgia healthy. Shout out to our people from Georgia. Huh?
Don't you got an A4 California?
That's right. DC and Maryland. Yep, we got that. Yep. So
we need all the people who know who they are, all the Indians that's in LA or just in California, period. In the Bay Area, don't matter. We need to link. We need to link.
And this is what it's about, y'all. This is what it's about. Let me just share this with you real. Yep, there's an A4 Pennsylvania. That's right. This is what it's about. Yo, we got peoples. Our American people is everywhere, man. And our people need each other where you all are at. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you need to find out where your people's at where your people's at in Georgia. We can only direct you. We can only show you. You know what I'm saying? We can only create the platform because nobody else done did it because they ain't on their mind to do it. And I know these weird niggas is going to try to play these kind of games with us. But A4, we been doing this for the people, man. They trying to sell fake packages. We ain't about that. We about our people working together. And this is why we got an A4 Tennessee. Yes, we do. We got A4 Florida. You know what I'm saying? So our peoples is out there, but the thing is, yo, y'all need to be in communication. Y'all know each other. Y'all know the same people. When you go through your census records, you know what I'm saying? When y'all going through these things, you're going to see the relativity of our American people. Remember, our American people travel together. You know what I'm saying? What's A4? A4 is African Americans ain't Africans. That basically means our American people, man. Loco Tomo, you say you're not trolling, but yeah, we're going to figure it out in a minute, man. We'll sort you out in a minute if you is trolling. I don't tolerate that. Straight up, man. A4 is African Americans ain't Africans. It says it right there in the description. The title of the show, man. All right, much appreciation to you. You're welcome. But this is what it's about, y'all. Reality check. You know what I mean? Much appreciation to our peoples in the Caribbean, Central, South America, etc. You know what I mean? We got to connect with all of our people. Yes, there's a A4 Nevada. We got that. Shouts to our A4 peoples in Nevada. Yo, there's an A4 and there's an A4 Georgia group. Yes, it's real simple, y'all. Join the African Americans and Africans Facebook group. All right. Yo, we got t-shirts. We can collaborate. Email me, tomahawktony.csio@gmail.com. Email me. We could talk about some t-shirts. Check out shop-a4truth.com. You'll see what we dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And we always, Mr. Davis, Buck Wild, Indigenous One, you know what I'm saying? He has made it possible for our peoples to come together. So many of our people be doing things independently. You know what I mean? So many of our peoples be independent because, there's a lot of trust issues amongst us. There's a lot of people that's, we liable, that's right. Pull the tomahawks out. You feel me? There's an A4 of Arizona. Absolutely. Yes. So that's what it is, right? A lot of our people, I don't want to say they're reclusive or isolated, but, a lot of us is real focused. There's a lot of self-preservation going on. And that's nothing wrong with that. But this is what it is. We got to know our people that we can truly work with. We got to know who our peoples is. Hey, one of the people up in the chat, can you drop? There is an A4 Ohio. Yeah. Hey, Kaba Sun Dragon, can you put the link to shop-a4truth.com in there? In addition to my email address.
Hey Tony,
you know what I mean?
Let me ask the panel something.
Yeah, go for it.
Everybody on the panel, since this is 2019 or going into 2019, what should we focus on? What should we attack first?
Hey, Mac, check it out. So we got this Creed 9. They saying, should we make all Africans our enemies? Check this out.
I disagree with that.
Yeah, I disagree with that. To me personally, I don't got no enemies. The only enemies I have are oppressors. And anybody that is trying to bully me out of loving on my grandparents, loving on my heritage, anybody trying to steal, infringe, or encroach on what's fucking naturally mine, I got a problem with you. I do. I don't care what color they are. I'm telling you, I've been treated worse by these Africans than I have ever been treated by white people, ever in my life. I'm 44 years old. That's a lot of living. It's a lot of living. And my first bout with discrimination was fucking foreign kids calling me black. Didn't last too long. With them doing that. They had to find another name for me or keep getting their ass kicked. I didn't like it at 7, 8 years old before I was able to even identify with this. I knew it was foreign to me, and that's not something that I was satisfied being called. So that I don't have no problems with anybody except anyone that's trying to infringe or encroach and deny me my rights against my ancestry. I got the right to a nationality. If these so-called Africans, they really African, they have one too. Why the fuck I can't? You think you're gonna come to my country and I'm not supposed to have that? And you're gonna come here? This is the full sin. And you know what? They've been mad at our ancestors ever since Sierra Leone. They've been mad at our ancestors ever since Liberia. Because the Indians went over there and the Indians enslaved them motherfuckers over there.
Yeah.
So they could just, but they've been part of this whole pretending that we all the same fucking people. And you notice it's a whole bunch of them that can't, a whole bunch of Africans that don't like us so much, they can't even stomach to tell the lie like we connected. They let us know how much we not they people. And that's not I respect them. Satisfied being. I got no problem with that. But for the ones that's pretending, you're only doing that so you can benefit from the Indian. Only when it's a benefit for them.
And to piggyback off what you said, Phoenix, I never really had problems with white people either. It's the lost Indians that you really have problems with.
That's right.
When I was coming up in LA, you know, it wasn't white people coming to the hood like that. White people used to be scared to come to the hood in the 90s.
Hell yeah.
They were scared to come to the hood. So the only problems that I had was, I mean, with our own kind. The Hispanics wasn't even tripping like that back then in the 90s. I'm talking about Los Angeles, California in the 90s. Any one of y'all who grew up in LA should already know what time it is. So white people, they wouldn't come to the hood like that. And then even if you went out to their neighborhoods, like for example, when LA got burnt down and we had to go to these white people areas, they were scared. They were scared of niggas. They ain't scared of you now because you want to be amongst them. You want to bring them into the hood. You want to show them a good time. You want to shuck and jive. It's different now. But like I said, me personally, my problems ain't came from other Indians. Not other Indians. My problems have came from other Indians. The lost Indians. You know, the Indians that's saying that, you know, oh, well, you're not Indian. You're black. Although my skin is red as brown. I don't know. Different story here.
So African Americans ain't African is everywhere. It's everywhere. And what we would suggest is that you hook up with the people where you live. And I just want to give you an example. So let's say Virginia is the tobacco place. Shouldn't by now we produce cigarettes? And shouldn't we support and buy those cigarettes and use the funds from those cigarettes to support something else? Shouldn't the brothers in North Carolina, if that's the Tar Heel, what do they produce in North Carolina? Shouldn't the African American Aid African group produce, I don't know, shoestring? Shouldn't the African American Aid African group from Alabama the cotton? So we can trade to every state, so we can trade with African Americans in Africa, Nevada, so we can trade with African American in African Illinois. This is how we have to start thinking, y'all. I know that we haven't been taught to work with each other, but these are the kind of things we're going to have to do to stay viable on this planet.
Yo, you absolutely right. And so yeah, this is why these A4 groups was set up. You know what I mean? State by state. You know what I mean? And essentially the strategy is, you know what I mean? Most definitely, we're going to make sure our people are strong everywhere in which we are. Everywhere our peoples is throughout the Americas. You know what I'm saying? It's our duty. This is why we need this reality check. It's our duty to make sure our people are okay. Because the foreigners, they not going to do that for us, man. Yo, the foreigners is all complicit in this conspiracy against our American people. Why? Because they profit from it. Phoenix used to say a couple years ago, she used to say, if you don't know your rights, you don't have none. Meanwhile, the foreigners, though, yo, they make sure they claim our rights. Why? Because what? We don't know them? And who's responsible for our people not knowing? Is it them or is it us? And that's what this reality check's about, yeah?
That's right.
So yo, most definitely
Somebody in the comment section saying it's illegal to grow cotton unless you get permission and a permit from the Department of Agriculture, I believe. Oh my God.
yo, no, you're right.
This is what I mean. Why do grown men need permission from other men? If that's the case, then let's stop calling ourselves men. Let's call ourselves little bitches.
Thank you.
Because I can't come to your house and tell you what to do. Stay in this mindset that we gotta beg, man. So can we do something? Get rid of that word men. Let's stop trying to teach that's why these little boys are turning into girls. Because they're looking at the men above them. And the men above him, we have been little bitches.
Yeah.
See, we get scared we get scared on everything. So I'm telling you, if we're gonna make our fall on this planet, we better start getting some balls expeditiously.
Well, you know, I mean, these are the same people. The people who saying shit like this is the same people who driving in their cars and they back tail lights might go out and the police pull up behind them and they get scared as shit. You know, they get scared for no reason. They get scared, and you know they let the cop just give them a ticket without asking the cop, well, what law did I violate? What law? What law says that it's illegal or unlawful for my tail light to go out? You know, they don't ask questions, but like you said, they bitches. They bitches. That's exactly what they are, bitches.
I wanted to say something. I want to tell some of y'all Indians, I see y'all progressing and y'all back in the 1800s. Some of y'all got down to the 1700s. I just want to tell y'all I'm proud of y'all. Y'all was so frustrated with me that I wouldn't just do it for y'all. And I'm happy that y'all still, you know, kept y'all same energy and took that initiative and did it for yourself. That's what you need to do. It doesn't, you know, not that I don't mind getting paid for these types of services. I'm not saying that. But in order for it to be more meaningful, you need to walk through history with your ancestors. You need to be taking that 4-mile trek from the schoolhouse back to the farm where your great-great-grandparents lived at. Those are the things that you deserve. And in order to get activated, those are the things you need to see for yourself. It doesn't have the same effect if I give all this information to you regarding your own people. We could work together, but for me to just do it for you, I feel like I'm robbing you. I feel like I'm gypping you and you're gypping yourself. It doesn't matter how long. This is a lifetime thing. I don't give a fuck how many generations I found. There's no way I'm still going to find everybody that I'm related to. It's never going to stop. This is till you check out. If you live to 125, there's still going to be 1,000 more ancestors you ain't never heard of that's related to you, and you won't get to them in that tree. The thing is to keep it going, keep it perpetual. Make sure that it's transferred down to another person in the younger generation. So once you long gone, they can keep continuing where you left off. It's important that you have these conversations with them so that they have a starting point. For when it's their turn to carry the torch, they're already familiar with everybody in the 1900s and the 1800s, because that's where we've been walking through. Once you get them back and you leave them, they'll be able to follow those what's called collateral lines and get all the other fine details and shit like that. But I just want to say I'm proud of y'all. I see some of y'all, you know, I know y'all been tight with me trying to get an appointment and shit, but I'm telling y'all it's better that y'all doing it yourself. And when y'all show me y'all progress, that shit just warms my heart, y'all. I'm really happy for y'all, and I'm proud of y'all for keeping with it.
Yo, man, definitely. Much appreciation to our American people that's putting that work for themselves. Because the work that you're doing for yourself, it contributes to the work in which we're all doing together across the board. You know what I mean? Like, Phoenix knows something I don't know. She's available. Aboriginal Mac, he knows something I don't know. He's available. They call me. Do I know something? Yeah, absolutely. Do I got a resource? Sure. Let me extend it. Let me make it available.
That's right.
It's us before them. It's us before them. The same way all these foreigners withhold, like I said a moment ago, They not going to give us full disclosure. Therefore, we got to give full disclosure to ourselves. They not going to tell us our truth. So that means that we got to tell ourselves the truth. They not going to give us dignity. No, we have to maintain our dignity. We got to know our dignity.
That's right.
What's the best way to know our dignity? By knowing the dignity of our people.
That's right.
The honor of our people.
Them damn Jewish
This is what it's about.
Do you think that they had a whole campaign trying to tell Jewish people who they are and that they were victims of a Holocaust and all this other nonsense? Them people didn't need nobody to tell them who they were. They had their story and they stuck to it and they came with it. And look at the motherfuckers now. They own all our shit. They own a lot of our shit. Or they borrowed it because now they got to give it back.
Yeah. Hey, and that's another thing with the Jews. Didn't they make it come up here in America? Why they come up wasn't in their homeland.
Right. Their homeland wasn't created until 1948. This is another reason why I wasn't a really good Israelite. I wasn't really good. They didn't really like me. I told you them niggas called me broken rib all the time. I had questions. Niggas lacked answers.
Everybody had their come up in our land, but us. Oh, my bad, Katie. Go ahead.
I see a lot of people, they keep saying they're stuck in the 1800s, 1890s, 1880s. This is information. This is just how life goes. And if you think about it, you'll see this how life goes. See, a lot of the times, it's like Phoenix was saying, we follow these Hebrew Israelites and these other groups, and they tell you that men have the seeds to create life. That's a lie. No man feet touches the ground unless he comes through a woman. This is some shit that we seem to can't get. So when you're looking for your people, follow the people who have the babies. Sperm doesn't have any blood in it. The baby doesn't have the father's blood. The baby has the mother's blood because the baby is growing inside the mother. The baby has the father's DNA. So a quick way to find your people is you got to follow the women. That's why they dog out women so much in this country, especially our women. They dog them out so you will never get on trail. So follow your mother and follow your father's mother. Follow those women and it'll lead you right to where you need to go. This is simple shit. This is what everybody else does, but we don't do it because the father carries the seed. Nigga, you just fertilize it. And this is what I mean. We way too late in the game to be coming up with stupid shit like that. Brothers, you can't be a man, so now you're gonna try to stand on your woman. It won't work. So with following, with searching your bloodlines, with searching your people, remember, no man, you have never seen a man give birth to a baby. The mothers do that. Follow your father's mother and follow your mother's mother, and they'll lead you to where you need to go.
Absolutely.
That's it and that's all. And don't lose focus.
Reality check. Yo, Phoenix, what you said?
I said, that's right. I was agreeing with what Buck said. You know, don't lose focus of that and make sure it trickles down to your children, your nieces, your nephews. If you don't have children, it's got to go to the generations. We have to think about those 7, 8 generations ahead. We ain't got to worry so much about, who dropped the ball. It's important who picks it up and keeps the shit moving. And it looks like that's going to be us. The greatest responsibility. But it's a good thing because we're activated. We're equipped to do this. We are built to do this work. The ones that came before us, they took it as far as they could. This here is for us to bring across the finish line. Who's up for the task? Who's up for the task?
And this is why we need this reality check, y'all. Yo, wherever you at, just like in these A4 state-by-state groups, it's up to y'all wherever y'all at to check the reality around you. What's going on with you and your people? Yo, remember, our people travel together. Our people have always been neighbors. Nation to nation, we've been neighbors here throughout the Americas. We got to maintain a status report on each other. How you doing over there in Compton? How you doing over there in Inglewood? How we doing over there throughout Illinois? How we doing in Detroit? How we doing down in Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi? How we doing in all these places? How are we doing? What do we need? What can we put together so we can provide for our needs? There's an abundance of resources. The foreigners is ripping our resources. And what? We're letting them get away with it because we letting these Peter Pan African niggas tell us that we're some mythological cartoon characters or something? Come on. This is why we need this reality check, y'all. Check the reality around you. I just said that. Hey, yo, I appreciate everybody here. This is what it is, man. You know, I got to get ready to light some candles and blow some smoke and honor my people. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to blow smoke for everybody. You know what I mean? Yo, the spirit is alive and well within our American peoples. You know what I mean? We gotta keep the strength alive within all of us, even those of us that we know is going through, you know, turmoil and turbulence. You know what I mean? Dealing with whatever, you know, moments of conflict and all of that. We got to keep the strength up for all of us. You know what I mean? It's on us. This is our duty. You know, they call it government. Are you able to govern yourself? Just said a minute ago, man. I mean, our youth have seen too many generations of these males posing as men, following these weird sniggers. Multiple generations of weird sniggers. These Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, weird sniggers. These preacher, pastor, reverend, these congressional black caucus weird sniggers. These Sarnetta, HOK, these KFC bucket hat weird sniggers. Reality check, y'all. Let's get it.
Well, Tomahawk, I wanted to thank you for inviting me, you and Buck. I appreciate it. It's a dope topic, dope show.
Yo, you appreciate it, Phoenix. You already know. I look forward to working with you throughout the coming year and into the future as well, you know?
Absolutely.
Got a lot to do. You know what I mean? Definitely. You stay healthy. Much appreciation to you and yours. You know what I mean? All of that.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all as well, man. It was good doing this live with you guys. And remember, y'all, 2019, we gonna progress. It ain't finna be no debating with these Pan-Africans and all these other lost niggas. This is about getting our land. This is about getting our currency, these payments that they owe our people, and fuck everything else.
That's right. That's it.
Yeah, you know, next to that, right? I just want to put this out there too, real quick. Yo, we got a lot of these fucking these Masonic boule, these secret black fraternity, Masonic organized motherfuckers that's trying to claim to be American, Aboriginal, American, Indian, Indigenous, and they coming up. You got to pay attention to how they communicate, the language they use. A Niji is a foreigner. We sold y'all that information. Reality check, y'all. You got to do your due diligence out here. Don't listen to these niggas, man. Yo, in A4, we will show you what we read from. We will show you what we see. We will tell you what we hear. You know what I'm saying? Because it's on us to make sure that we are aware, that we are informed, that we are prepared for any of these foreign conspiracies, for any of these covert operations in which these agents want to attempt to sabotage us with. This is why I say coward season is over. Kill your TV. African Americans ain't Africans. A4 truth. You know what I mean? This is what it's about, y'all. It's about us, not them.
I just want to tell everybody, you want to listen to a song by Gil Scott-Heron called "Don't Give Up." Listen to the words of that song, and you'll get what I'm saying, and you'll get what he's saying. And then you'll see what he says in the song will begin to happen to you. A song by Gil Scott-Heron. For those of you who don't know him, bad dude. It's a song called Don't Give Up. Check out the words to that song. Hit me up and tell me what you think about it. It's been good talking to all you people. Listen, we ain't got nowhere in life to go but right here. So we're going to stand up because this is the last generation. If we don't do it, nobody will. You guys have a good night.
Much appreciation, Buck.
Thanks for having
Rick.
me. Oh yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for having me on the show, Tomahawk. And like I said, tomorrow night we will be back, and hopefully we'll have just as many fireworks as we did tonight. So with that, I just want to say good night to everyone, and watch tomorrow night.
All right.
I'm looking forward to it. Yo, Aboriginal Mac Phoenix was good.
Oh man, everything's healthy. It's gonna be a beautiful, beautiful next couple of years, beloved. Beautiful next couple of years for the American Indian. I'm excited.
Yup. Yo, Mac was good.
Nothing much about the like I said, get more political, get more things done. Let's just say that. Like
That's
I was
right,
saying
that's
before,
right.
no more arguing people. Who cares about what they say about you? You know, they can say all they want. As long as you know who you are, you have your records. I mean, it's on you now. You got the torch. Let's make these moves.
That's right. Yo, we got somebody just asked, how did our ancestors do it? Yo, we did it together. That's how. Calvin season is over. Hey, much appreciate everybody in the chat. Much appreciate our A4 peoples. We out. See you real soon, though. Y'all stay healthy, stay strong.